Acts 9:26 is my text. And when Saul was come to Jerusalem, he essayed to join himself to the disciples, but they were all afraid of him and believed not that he was a disciple. That was the Apostle Paul before he had a name change, but he had been converted. But they were afraid of him because of what he had done. He caused havoc, had Christians thrown into prison, and caused some to be stoned. Namely, Stephen was one that Saul, or the Apostle Paul, was there when Stephen was stoned, and they laid all their garments on him as a witness. So sometimes a conversion can cause excommunication, where you are not received by disciples, and especially after revelation of Jesus Christ, who appeared before him on the road to Damascus, and Paul was blinded 3 days by the light of the glory of God. So here we have lack of knowledge, lack of discernment in the part of the disciples. But there's always one around that has clear vision, and Barnabas extended the right hand of fellowship to Saul, who was Paul, and they became fellow workers for Jesus Christ until they had a disagreement about another disciple, and that was Mark, who had stepped away for a while from the ministry with them, and then Barnabas wanted him to join onto him again, and Paul says no, and Barnabas says yep, and then Paul says, I go my way, you go your way. So there is separation, there is some division in the body of Christ that is acceptable in that all things work together for good. By that separation, there was more multiplied to the church than before. So God bless you if the disciples have rejected you. Don't be dismayed, fear not, for many of them say, Lord, Lord, and do not the things that Jesus said. And many are now false Christians, have fallen away from the faith, have transgendered themselves into hypocrites, hypocritical mockers. And we know that transgenders have no place in heaven, for they have perverted the creation of God, who made man and woman.